So Asante Samuel thinks he's better than Deion Sanders. I'm going to say that he is partly right. And before you click off this video, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you exactly why I feel that way. Now, Asante Samuel, in the annuals of NFL history, he's a name that is forgotten. But if you go back and check his tape and the impact he had on that Patriots team, he was a very great player. And he did come with the stats to bring that and back that up. Now, with that being said, is he in the same category, the same league as Deion Primetime Sanders? Hell no. Plain and simple, hell no. But he was a great player, a highly underrated player for the annuals of NFL football. In my opinion, his numbers back it up. He should be and potentially should be a Hall of Famer one day. But as far as pound for pound athleticism, no, he doesn't stack up. Clearly, he doesn't stack up. Deion Primetime Sanders was a NFL Hall of Famer who played two sports, pro football and pro baseball. A professional athlete in two sports. But I get what Asante was trying to say. I just don't think he said it in the best way. You see, Deion Sanders is a Hall of Fame cornerback in the NFL. A shutdown corner, prime time, a lockdown corner. And yes, his stats are very similar, as you can see, to those of Asante Samuel. But no one really in the right mind would ever think of Asante Samuel in the same breath as Deion Sanders or as one of the best cornerbacks in the league. But there's reasons for that. So Asante wasn't all wrong with what he was saying. He just wasn't able to convey it properly. Instead of saying that I'm better than Deion Sanders, he should have more said something along the lines of, you know what, Deion is a Hall of Famer. Give him all his due respect. But hey, if we stack up numbers to numbers, I'm really not that far off. And that's where he should have kind of left it and made his argument and died on that hill. Because there's no way that the general public out there, you and I, anyone watching this video is going to think that he's better than Deion. But I think if we really do think about it, he is really not that far off. Is he the athlete that Deion is? No. Does he have the charisma, the swag, the personality of Deion? Even now at 50 some years old, Deion is still a cool man. He's a man that many people look up to, not just in sports, but outside of the sports world, just for his confidence, his ability to lead. And that's something that Asante Samuel doesn't have or may never possess. But I feel like Asante was correct in stating that Shannon's kind of, brainwashed. And I think we all are a little bit. Because see, primetime, let's imagine he was like my favorite football player. To me, the GOAT, the greatest running back in history, Barry Sanders. Let's say he was like Barry Sanders. Instead of being Deion Sanders, he was more like Barry Sanders. Let your play do the talking for you on the field. You don't have to be primetime. But see, that's just it. He was primetime. And that persona, that personality kind of even outshadowed his play. So it gives us like a memory of him that maybe really isn't as accurate as we think. Even though he was a Hall of Famer, he deserves to be a Hall of Famer. We know that. That's unquestioned. But I feel like the personality, the persona, the swag, the charisma, all that whole total package, we wouldn't think of Deion the same way if he did not have those things. And that's, of course, part of what makes him prime time. Because Asante was a great player, and he does have the stats to back it up. He just wasn't as good as Deion. I think he really needed to state the case. Look, guys, check out my numbers versus Deion versus this person versus that person. Hey, I was a great player. But at the same time, as long as you know that, you don't really need to debate that with anyone, especially the guy that you know that was better than you in reality, or even the fans' perception. So that's never going to go well. So guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Do you believe Asante Samuel was a good to great player? I believe so. And I think plays he made out there on the field, it does speak that, even though he is highly underrated. Because I mean, I've seen that with my own eyes. I didn't just make that up. I remember he ended several games and helped the Patriots win. And I'm like, man, this guy's pretty, top notch, or at least in this system, he's pretty top notch. And to me, that's Hall of Fame level worthy at some point in his career. But again, he's not on Deion's level. But I get what Asante was saying, that the persona, the charisma, the swag, it has brainwashed some people a little bit into thinking that Deion is this, this godlike figure in football. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Is Asante off his rocker, or is he a little bit closer? Again, not on his level. It's never going to be. They're both not putting on any pads. They've done their best. They both have great careers. But is he right in saying that he's closer? I think that's what he was trying to say. Closer than what some people think to Deion Sanders. And I think if we honestly look back at his film, look back at his stats, and then take away some of the primetime persona, I think Asante has a case for that. But he's never going to have a case that he's better than than Deion. That's ludicrous. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. Help this small channel grow, and we'll have more NFL content as well as Lions content. Thanks for watching. Be good out there and be good to each other. Catch you on the next one.